Ted Bundy, or Theodore Robert Bundy. He was a famous American serial killer who raped and killed an unknown number of women in the 1970s. He was executed by an electric chair on January 4th, 1989. But before that, his last words were, "I'd like you to give my love to my family and friends." For number 13, we have Peter Kurten. He was known as the Vampire of Dusseldorf, and he's thought to have killed nearly 60 people in Germany. He beat, raped, and drank the blood from at least one of his victims. He was executed by guillotine on July 2nd, 1931. For number 12, we have Jimmy Glass. The famous last words of Jimmy Glass before the electric chair: "I'd rather be fishing." Well, wouldn't we all? How can all these murderers be so desensitized to death? Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was known as the Milwaukee Cannibal after raping and killing 17 men and boys during the 1980s. However, on November 28, 1994, he was beaten to death by a fellow inmate. His last words were, "I don't care if I live or die, go ahead and kill me." Number 10 is Aileen Wuornos. Aileen killed 7 men between the years 1989 and 1990. She was executed by lethal injection on October 9, 2002. Her last words were, "I'd just like to say, I'm sailing with the Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day, with Jesus June 6th, like the movie, big mothership and all, I'll be back." Up next is Carl Panzram. Carl, infamous serial killer, was an impatient as they come waiting to die, saying, "Hurry it up, you hoozy bastard, I could hang a dozen men while you're screwing around." Number 8 is Gary Gilmore. Did you know the murderer Gary Gilmore inspired the Nike quote, "Just do it"? He was the first to be executed after the US reinstated the death penalty in the 70s, saying, "Let's do it," before he was shot. Well, someone went into their execution with the right attitude. There's nothing better than making the light out of your own execution. What is what James French did right before the electric chair, saying, "How's this for a headline? French fries." Only someone with serious mental issues would come up with a joke out of their own execution. At number 6 is Maria Antoinette. When Maria was going up to get executed, she accidentally stepped on her executioner's foot. Maria exclaimed, "Monsieur, I beg your pardon," ladylike until the end. Up next at lucky number 5, we have Michel Ney. After the defeat of Waterloo, Michel went out with a bang. He refused to be blindfolded and commanded his own firing squad. Last words? "Soldiers, fire." I just can't believe his own soldiers shot him. Thanks for watching this far. Enjoying the video? Leave a like. Also, since you made it this far, comment a video you'd like to see us make, and come back next Friday to see if we choose your topic. Let's get back onto the video. At number 4 is Vince Gutierrez. After a carjacking murder, Vince was put to death, but not after some long-winded last words including, "Where's my stunt double when you needed one? Crazy much?" Up next is George Appel. George was a man who loved puns, so it's no surprise his last words were, "Well, gentlemen, you are about to see a baked Appel." How punny. Inmate J Grasso had a bizarrely long list for his last meal, including a can of SpaghettiOs. His last words were, "I didn't get my SpaghettiOs, I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this." And finally at number 1 we have Jeffery Matthews. After his execution postponed 3 times due to the governor, this time Jeffrey said, "I think the governor's phone is broke. He hasn't called yet." Yeah, that's what happened.